I mean, what a weekend for NFL wild card games. This is one of the best wild card weekends. I think every wild card weekend is really good, but we're going to be breaking down everything that happened on wild card weekend, talking about the games, going through the games, going through the upsets, the just the insane games. It was an insane weekend. This is Beyond Football episode 6. So let's get right into it. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Beyond Football podcast. You know what sucks is I usually have a co-host and he's not here again. If you guys are, have you if you've been keeping up with the Beyond Football podcast, I think I wore this jersey last time. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm not wearing the same thing. Well, I am wearing the same thing, but it's just because I went to go play hockey today and I threw this jersey on. I swear in the last episode I was wearing this exact same jersey. Maybe not. Maybe though. I think I was. But what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're listening to this on Spotify or watching it on YouTube, I appreciate you a lot. I feel like my camera isn't centered right now, which is kind of annoying me, but we're gonna roll. We're gonna roll with this. Um, yeah, usually I have a co-host. Frank is not here. And you know what? Frank isn't here, and he was like, you know what, I could do it tomorrow. And I'm like, you know what? I don't think that's a good idea. I think we this is a thing we got to do today because the Steelers are losing right now. The wild card weekend is officially over. No one's gonna care about the wild card weekend on Wednesday, right? No one's gonna care about the wild card games on Wednesday because all the fans and the NFL and everyone's gonna be shifted over to the new week. So let me just center myself real quick. There we go. Don't mind my messy bed in the background. I'm not gonna lie. Did I forget to make my bed this morning? Yes, but do I usually make my bed this in any morning? No, never do. But I don't know how long this podcast is gonna be. By myself. But yeah, hopefully Frank can join next podcast. We'll see. I don't know. He's very, very busy. Very busy. So let's get into it. We're gonna be talking about just everything wild card weekend. What a wild card weekend it was. Like we say it's a wild card weekend. Well, guess what? It definitely was wild. Sorry, I'm playing with my AirPod. I feel like it's about to fall out of my ear. But let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about the Rams taking on the Panthers. This was the first game of wild card weekend. Now, this game right here was insane. I mean, the Rams opened up at 10-point favorites and they almost lost to the Bryce Young Panthers. Now, we'll talk about the Panthers first because this Panthers team is really weird. I mean, the Panthers this year, it's either like they had a game that Bryce Young looked like prime Tom Brady, or they had a game where Bryce Young looked like Jamarcus Russell. I think that's his name, Jamarcus Russell. Listen, I don't even think I was born when Jamarcus Russell got drafted. Is that a little bit crazy? It is Jamarcus Russell. Let me see his draft year. I don't even know what his draft year was. 2007. So I was 2 years old. I've seen highlights of Jamarcus Russell, and that's how Bryce Young plays sometimes. He plays like a Jamarcus Russell. But this was a game that Bryce Young played well. 21 for 40, 264 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. I know if you look at the box score, it's nothing too great, but Bryce Young actually, I thought he played really well. He had that beautiful pass to the end zone to Coker. Coker absolutely balled out. That guy's going to be a special wide receiver. Chuba Hubbard balled out. I don't really know what happened to Rico Dowdle. I think they gave him 5 carries, and I know he had 5 carries for 9 yards, but I swear at the start of the year, Rico Dowdle was getting so many carries. He looked like the running back one. There was like talks of him becoming the running back one. And I was kind of like, damn, like Chuba Hubbard, Canadian boy. I think Chuba Hubbard literally was born where I'm from. So like, gotta support Chuba. But I was like, dude, like maybe this is the end of the Chuba Hubbard run in Carolina. But no, they're going back to Chuba. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, Jalen Coker thought he cooked. Tedderell McMillan thought he did really good. Xavier Leggett, that's a guy that we got to start talking about. Xavier Leggett, like, what does he do? I don't know what that guy does. I don't know. I like if you were to ask me what does Xavier Leggett do, I genuinely do not know. He has a country accent. Like that's literally all he has. Xavier Leggett has a good accent, but I don't think good accents are going to make you a good football player. So Xavier Leggett, I don't know what happened with him. I do think though. Sorry if I'm talking loud into my mic. I do think though, Los Angeles Rams beating them by 3 is not good. That is not a good thing. And I saw some Rams fans like flexing that they won. I don't think this is a good thing for you guys. You guys beat the freaking Panthers by 3 points. And I don't know if the Panthers have some sort of kryptonite over the Rams and they can just almost or beat them. It was a weird game all around. I mean, Matthew Stafford, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. He didn't do bad. He almost had 3 interceptions. Kyron Williams did okay. Puka Nakua, best wide receiver in the league. Devontae Adams. The main thing I could take away from the Rams is they force feed the ball to um Devontae too much. They give him the ball too much, and that's just something. Devontae Adams is not the same wide receiver as he was. He's still very good, but like it's not Green Bay Devontae Adams where you could just force feed him the ball. You got a guy named Puka Nakua on your team. Give him the damn ball. Like it's as simple as that. Give him the damn ball. I don't know why they keep force feeding Devontae. Kobe Parkinson. I mean, if you guys watch that game, dude, that Kobe Parkinson kid's a dog. He is a dog. I don't know if this is his first year. I think it is his first year. That kid's going to be special. I mean, it was a great throw by Matthew Stafford, but I think an even better catch by Kobe Parkinson. That kid, he's going to be good on it. Like I'm calling him a kid, but he's older than me. And I just think this was kind of a weird game for the Rams defense. I understand the Rams have a great defensive line, but their cornerbacks and safeties aren't great. Like they do have Emmanuel Forbes, and he's been a huge addition to their team. He stepped up. It's just I feel like their defense went into this game thinking, you know what, we're gonna win. We're gonna win this game with ease. It's the freaking Panthers. They can't beat us. They suck. You know what I mean? And I feel like I know that's a crazy thing to say just because like you guys are NFL players, you should know better and you should know that okay, you know what? This is a playoff game. We got to take this shit seriously. And I just don't think the Rams took it seriously. I don't think they went into this game and they were like, "You know what? Let's dominate. Let's do." Like I bet they were saying that, like, "Hey guys, let's go and dominate." But like deep down they realized like, "Dude, this is such an easy first round." And then when the Panthers took the lead, they're like, "Oh crap. Okay guys, like let's actually let's start going here. Let's start going here. This is not looking good." So this game was really good. I still do think the Rams are a great team. I just think this was a little bit of a stinker, and it's good to get your stinker out now because I don't think they're going to play like that again. And if they play like that again, then they're not Super Bowl contenders and they're far away from it. But I just don't think, I don't even think Matthew Stafford will have a performance like that again. It's hard. He's an MVP candidate this year, and it's hard for, I think, Matthew Stafford to have 2 bad games in a row. And if you're saying this is a bad game for Matthew Stafford, just wait till he turns it up a notch. So, I really thought this game was really good. Thought the Panthers were close to an upset. That would have been an insane upset. I'm kind of glad the Panthers didn't win because I feel like this would have been a game that the Panthers would have won and then next week got absolutely smoked by whatever team they're playing, which it would have been the Bears. I honestly think the Bears would smoke them. Like it wouldn't be close. So I'm glad the Rams won this game, and that's coming from a Niners fan. So because I want to see some competition during these playoffs. Next, we're going to talk about arguably the game of the week. Chicago Bears taking on the Green Bay Packers. All I got to say is Green Bay, y'all are frauds. Fraudulent. Like this, I don't understand how you can do this. You're up 21 to freaking 3 and you blow a lead. Genuinely, what are you doing? What are you doing? You have a 21 to 3 lead and you blow it. I don't understand how it works. I don't understand. It makes 0 sense to me. 0. You scored 6 points in the second half. How do you go from scoring 21 in a half and then scoring 6 in the next half? You literally needed a touchdown or 2 to just seal the deal. But Matt LaFleur is the biggest he's the biggest choker out of head coaches. And there was rumors after the game, or I think it was today, that like the Packers are looking to extend him. If I was a Bears fan and I saw that the Packers are looking to extend Matt LaFleur, I am so hyped because that guy's the biggest choker. People can't blame Jordan Love for that loss. Like I saw some people blaming Jordan Love. Jordan Love threw for 323 yards and 4 touchdowns and no interceptions. He had no interceptions. Caleb Williams had 2 turnovers and they still lost. I don't care. You can't blame this on Jordan Love. I know they scored 6 points in the second half, but this is just a game like Josh Jacobs, 19 carries, 55 yards, dude. Like Josh Jacobs, you're supposed to be in your prime, my boy. What are you doing? Romeo Dobbs played excellent. And one thing from the Packers is Matthew Golden scores his first touchdown all year, which is insane. And I'm a Texas guy, so hook 'em horns. How the hell do they not use this guy more? When I was watching like post game shows, everyone's like, "Oh my god, why do we use Matthew Golden more?" Were y'all not using him the whole season? Because maybe that's why the guy didn't score freaking touchdowns. You guys didn't use him, dude. Matthew Golden would be your guys' best wide receiver, and you guys aren't using him. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. How are you not using Matthew Golden? Like, of course, Matthew Golden's not going to be a good football player because y'all aren't freaking using him. Y'all are not using him, but Matthew Golden had a really good game. Dobbs had a really good game. Not going to lie, their defense, Trayvon Diggs, I think he played like 1 snap. Why did you sign Trayvon Diggs? That might have been the most useless signing ever. I thought their defense did really mid, and then their kicker, Brandon McManus. What is with the Packers just getting these random ass kickers off the streets and expecting them to be good? I don't understand it. I mean, I don't know what the Packers are doing. Don't know what they're doing at all, actually. But like you're causing this. McManus has shown you earlier on in the year that he can't kick. And yet you just are still believing in him. Go out there, McManus, make your kicks. I don't even think McManus. Let me search it up. Because I don't even know if McManus got released. He better. It does say current team. He didn't even get released. He didn't even get released. If he doesn't get released, then the Packers are doing this to themselves. And I genuinely don't feel bad for the Packers or Packers fans. We can talk about the Bears. Caleb Williams had a stinker of a game. He had a stinker of a game. It was terrible. He played terrible. But when it mattered most, what did he do? Throwing this way off his back foot on a 4th and whatever it was and converted it. He had 2 interceptions. But all you can say is, yeah, he played bad, but he was clutch when it mattered. 361 yards. He balled out. And another main thing is I gotta say it now. If the Bears are losing 21-3 to the Rams, they will lose that game just because Sean McVay is a coach that won't blow a lead like that. He won't. That's why I'm kind of like this Bears team. That's why I don't think they will like do anything just because of that reason. Is they keep having these miracle comebacks, and I think that those miracle comebacks are just going to keep screwing you if you just keep doing it over and over and over again. You know what I mean? But I mean, if Caleb Williams can play like how he plays at the end of games throughout all games, Bears are a very special team. Very special team. They got DeAndre Swift, 54 yards. Kyle Mononga didn't really do anything. Colson Loveland, that's a dude that we're having conversations that what the hell were the Bears doing on this pick? Tyler Warren's better. Tyler Warren had a better start to the season, but Colson Loveland has been cooking him ever since. Ever since to the end of the season, Colson Loveland has been cooking Tyler Warren. So Colson Loveland, 137 yards. No one else had over 100 yards. It was only Colson Loveland. DJ Moore had 64. Roma Dunze, 44. Luther Burden, 42. This is just a game where the Bears defense clamped up. Like the Bears defense just clamped up. The Bears defense after that first what's it called? After that first half, they just tightened up. Dennis Allen, not gonna lie, Dennis Allen cooked. Dennis Allen cooked. He did a great job adjusting. And that's the reason why they won this game. Now they go on to face the Rams. It's going to be a really good game. It's just the Packers, man. Just absolute frauds. And I don't really know what else to say. Don't know what else to say. The next game we talk about the Bills and the Jaguars. This game was really close. Again, I just this is why I have the Bills winning the Super Bowl, just because Josh Allen could do things like this. And I know some people don't really realize how good the Jacksonville Jaguars are. They're a great team. And Josh Allen single-handedly won the Bills this game. And that's why I think Josh Allen and the Bills are going to win the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes is not in this playoff run. His kryptonite isn't in it. And now he has, just games like this. And James Cook didn't even have a big game just because this Jacksonville's defense is that good. Trevor Lawrence had a kind of a poor performance. 2 interceptions, not that great. Parker Washington did cook for them. It's just the main thing is you could talk about is Josh Allen. He's the best quarterback in the league, hands down. I don't even think it's remotely close. Like, yeah, you could say Patrick Mahomes is better because of the 2 Super Bowls, but like right now, give me Josh Allen. Give me Josh Allen. If you gave Josh Allen Patrick Mahomes weapons, oh my gosh. You give him Hollywood Brown, Xavier Worthy, and Rashee Rice. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But yeah, Bills won this game because of one man, and that man's name is Josh Allen. Like, there's nothing really much I have to talk about. Even though Jacksonville Jaguars have a very bright future. They're missing their rookie, Travis Hunter. He would have been a huge addition. They got a great wide receiver core. Parker Washington. I'm blanking on his name. The guy that they got from the Raiders. Why am I blanking on his name? I'm losing aura right now because I'm blanking on his name. Let me see if I can. Jags, Jacoby Myers, even though Jacoby Myers didn't do anything this game, but they got Brian Thomas, Parker Washington, Jacoby Myers, and then Travis Hunter when he comes back. Listen, if I was a Jaguars fan, I would be happy right now. Liam Cohen has brought you guys to be a scary team. Tampa should have never let him go. Never let him go. They were stupid to let him go. He's going to be the coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars for a very long time. And I know this is only his first season, and he's going to have little bumps here and there down the road. But, I mean, no one expected Jacksonville to be this good. They just had, the second overall pick? I know they traded up, or I think they traded up. They still had the 5th overall pick. Like, they were so terrible. So, I do honestly think Jacksonville Jaguars are probably the most improved team all year. Like, I did not expect them to be this good. But just shows you how much coaching can do to a team. And you can see that from this game. So Bills, Jaguars, Bills win 27-24. Then the next game we freaking got, it's my San Francisco 49ers pulling off the biggest upset of the playoffs. I think it is the biggest upset of the playoffs. You look at every analyst going into this game, they all picked the Eagles, except for like one guy. One guy. This 49ers team special. Talk about the start by Demarcus Robinson. Demarcus Robinson, 6 receptions, 111 yards. On the first play, he gets 61 yards. It's just players stepping up. Demarcus Robinson hasn't done anything all year for this 49ers team. And what does he do in the biggest stage? He steps up and has 111 yards. It's just the next man up mentality. It's people just stepping up in random games. It's like Kendrick Bourne didn't do anything last game, but during the season, Kendrick Bourne had 2 140-yard games back to back. I would have never thought that Kendrick Bourne would have 2 games like that, also being back to back. We can talk about the 49ers. Brock Purdy. I'm a Niners fan. I'm a Brock Purdy fan, but did Brock Purdy play well? No, he didn't. But what was Brock Purdy? He was clutch when it mattered. Brock Purdy, in the 4th quarter, when the 49ers needed a touchdown, what did Brock Purdy do? Drove them down the field and scored a touchdown. And us Niners fans, we haven't had a clutch quarterback like that in a while. Jimmy G wasn't doing that. For sure, Jimmy G was not doing that. That guy was buns. He was buns. I do also think the wind affected both quarterbacks. The 40-mile-per-hour winds. Brock Purdy, the one interception, the ball's very freaking spinning like this. Like, just the wind was crazy. And then Christian McCaffrey, listen, he didn't have a great run game, against that defense, and it's going to be the same against Seattle. You're not going to be able to run all over that defense. But the way Christian McCaffrey and how good he is as a dual threat running back, he's incredible. But Brock Purdy also had good rushing yards, 24 yards. Demarcus Robinson, 111 yards receiving. Christian McCaffrey, 66 yards receiving. Kyle Juszczyk was one of his best games in a while. Jawan Jennings throwing a touchdown pass. That's just Kyle Shanahan being in his bag. This guy, Kyle Shanahan, when he's not in his head, when he's not worrying about little things, Kyle Shanahan is one of, if not the best head coaches in the NFL. Because I think he was in his head against that Seattle game for the 1 seed. I think that game he was in his head. I think that game he was like, oh my gosh, like this is for the 1 seed. Probably for coach of the year at that point. And I think during this Eagles game, he's like, you know what? I got to stop being in my head so much. I got to just start calling plays like how I usually freaking call plays. And that's what he did. That was one of the most beautiful plays of all time. That was so nice. Like I said, this 49ers team is so resilient. So resilient. George Kittle freaking tears his Achilles. He's probably not going to be back till next year, and it sucks. Like, actually, it makes me sad to even talk about this. George Kittle going down, listen, 49ers fans, we stay faithful all the time. Like, that's just our thing. Faithful to the Bay. Faithful. Like, that's just, we are literally called the faithful. But when George went down, the faithfulness was starting to go down a little bit. And I was actually sad. I was like, dude, like, oh my God. And yet we still win. We still win. We could also talk about the 49ers defense. Robert Saleh, I don't care what anyone says. Robert Saleh is the best defensive coordinator this year. I don't care what you say. I don't care. Argue with me in the comments, please. If there was a coordinator award, Saleh's winning defensive coordinator of the year. He loses Mykel Williams. He loses Nick Bosa. He loses Fred Warner. He loses Tatum Bethune. He loses D. Winters. He loses literally every player. Our linebacker duo yesterday was 2 guys that weren't even on the team a month ago. Eric Kendricks and Garrett Wallow played incredible. Eric Kendricks played literally impeccable. He was the reason we won that game in the end on that 4th and 11. He was the one that batted the ball away. I got to give props to Robert Saleh. I'm praying Robert Saleh doesn't leave in free agency, which I don't think. Robert Saleh is not meant to be a head coach. He's not. We saw it with the Jets, and we're going to see it if he leaves the Niners again. He's not a head coach, and people are going to realize that. So maybe when he leaves, he'll come back. Like, hopefully, because that guy is, I love Robert Saleh so much. We could talk about the Eagles. Jalen Hurts is terrible. Only reason Jalen Hurts won a Super Bowl is because the team around him was insane. And I know people are like, oh, well, Purdy didn't win a Super Bowl with that really good team. Hurts had better weapons, a better offensive line, and arguably a better defense. He had a better team than what Brock Purdy had. And I'm not saying Brock Purdy's team was bad around him, but Jalen Hurts had a God squad around him. And I'm not saying Brock Purdy didn't have a God squad around him. But at the time, Jalen Hurts had a top 5 wide receiver in A.J. Brown, a top 15 wide receiver in Devontae Smith, a top 10 tight end in Dallas Goedert, and the best running back in the league, Saquon Barkley. He had the best offensive line, the best defense. Like, that's the only reason why they won the freaking Super Bowl. I'm telling you, Jalen Hurts, you put Purdy on that Eagles team, they win the Super Bowl last year. You put Dak Prescott on that Super Bowl team, they win the Super Bowl. You put Jared Goff on that team, they win the Super Bowl. I'm trying to think of someone. You put Sam Darnold, maybe not Sam Darnold, because in the playoffs, we don't know what he can do yet. But those types of quarterbacks, you put them on that team, they're winning too. Jalen Hurts just proved it. I don't care that A.J. Brown dropped the ball 2 times. I don't care. How do you lose to this Niners team, Jalen Hurts? How? Can't run with your legs? You had plenty of opportunities to do that. What are you trying to show off that you can use your arm? Because you can't. You're terrible. You are literally terrible. Like, yeah, they're talking about their offensive coordinator being bad, Kevin Patullo. I agree with Eagles fans. Kevin Patullo is bad, even though they might keep him. good for good for the NFC. Jalen Hurts had opportunities to take over that game, and did he? No. Because guess what? He's not good. He's not good. I don't care. I don't care. Argue with me in the comments of this video, anything. Devontae Smith, 70 yards, 33 yards for Dallas Goedert. A.J. Brown, 25 yards. What a stinker performance. Saquon Barkley had 106 yards. He was balling out. Got to give props to Quinyon Mitchell, 2 interceptions on Purdy's 2 interceptions. So good job for Quinyon Mitchell. And then now we're going to talk about this game for a very little bit because I'm not going to lie. I stopped watching this game because it was boring. Justin Herbert, 0 for 3 in the playoffs. New England Patriots win 16-3. Justin Herbert needs an offensive line. Drake May didn't look that good. He looked okay. This game was boring. I didn't watch it. I mean, I didn't watch it. I mean, they gave I don't know what happened to Amari and Hampton in this game, but they were giving the ball to Kamani Vidal more than Amari and Hampton. I just didn't understand this game, and this game was boring. Like, this game was very, very, very boring. But I had the Patriots winning this game. Like, the Patriots are just a better all-around team. The Chargers' offensive line, that's the biggest thing that they have to work on, is that offensive line. It is terrible. It's very bad. So they got to work on that ASAP. They got to work on that ASAP. No, Rocky. Next, we'll talk about the game that just happened right now. Houston Texans, Pittsburgh Steelers. Listen, I'm not going to lie. I was pushing for a Steelers win. I love my boy A-Rod. But the Texans 30-6. This Texans defense can win them a Super Bowl. This defense is so special. I mean, Jalen Petrie, absolute dog. Azeez Al-Shaair, former 49er, dog. Like Derek Stingley Jr., dog. Daniil Hunter, dog. Xavier Hutchinson, dog. Will Anderson, dog. Like, all these guys, dogs. Aaron Rodgers couldn't do anything. Yeah, CJ Stroud actually didn't have a bad game. Jaquavius Marks had a pretty good rush game. But I feel bad for freaking Aaron Rodgers, man. DK Metcalf dropping that ball. I understand Aaron Rodgers is old, but he has no one to freaking throw the ball to. He has no one to throw the ball to. His offensive line wasn't good. His best receiver today was DK Metcalf that had 42 yards. Second, Marquez Valdes-Scantling. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, literally a month or two ago, got cut off the 49ers. With all those injuries, if you're getting cut off the Niners team, that's bad. That's very, very, very bad. The defense for Steelers didn't do too bad. They kind of just gave up at the end. But will this be Aaron Rodgers' last game? If it is, it's going to be sad to see that flick of the wrist go. Aaron Rodgers, what a career he had. Kind of sucks that the Steelers didn't help him out a little bit, get some wide receivers. They got DK, but that's literally it. And DK dropped an easy pass today. But yeah, guys, I mean, that was Wild Card Weekend. Wish I would have had Frank on the podcast today, but hopefully he can come next time, come next week on the podcast. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys for listening to the Beyond Football podcast. Check us out on Instagram, TikTok. Instagram, we're definitely more active on. TikTok, we got to start stepping it up a little bit on there. But yeah, if you're listening to this on Spotify, leave a review. Preferably leave a 5-star review, and then just let me know what I can work on talking wise. If it's, anything, if you want the podcasts to be longer, anything like that, just let me know down below. And yeah, this is a really fun video to make. I can't wait for next week's playoffs. Yeah, guys, make sure you guys drop a like, comment, subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching this on Spotify. I love you. It's your boy Maj, and I'm out, man. Peace.